Hey guys, welcome to another episode of
Huddle Heads.
Alright, so we're talking about week 17 going into week 18, the last week of the season.
Last week.
It's been a crazy one, that's for sure. So we start with some scores.
Yeah, sure.
You want to thank everyone first?
Oh yeah, thank you guys for who subscribed so far. We're getting pretty close to 100 subscribers.
We're almost there. We're halfway there almost. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate the support. Get into it?
Yeah.
Alright, so last Thursday night we had the Browns and the Jets. Turned out to be a little bit of a better game than I thought, although it was a blowout, 37-20. I'm a big fan of Browning. I keep saying it week after week, but I mean, he's just so
Browns
good.
Browning.
Yeah,
Isn't
not
it
Browning. Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Browns, Browning. You can see how I got. That's gonna make the blooper reel. We're not gonna cut that out, but yeah, you're right. Joe Flacco, 3 touchdown passes again. He just killed it.
Yeah, he's always doing good.
Thanks to him, I lost my playoff fantasy. So, you're listening, David. Congratulations. All right, Cowboys Lions. This was insane. It ended 2019 Cowboys. Should I explain what happened quickly? I think the refs completely got this wrong. The Lions marched down the field. They scored a touchdown. They went for 2. Number 68, I don't know what his name is. He's a lineman. Reported to the refs. There's pictures of this online. Caught the ball in the end zone for 2 points. Lions win the game, but there's a flag. Apparently he's ineligible. The refs got this wrong. So much so that they completely took this whole group of refs. So they have like a team, whatever amount they are, 4 or 5 refs, and they always ref together throughout the season. And they're banned from reffing in the playoffs. That's how bad they got this. However, they are reffing Saturday night's game, Pittsburgh-Baltimore, which, whatever, that's a big game too. So I don't get it, but I mean, you can't fire them for that. I mean, mistake is a mistake, but it did cost the Lions, so too bad for that. The Bills beat the Patriots, Bears beat the Falcons, Colts beat the Raiders. The Rams just barely beat the Giants.
Yeah, Mason Crosby, yeah.
Mason Crosby? We went back to the Raiders.
Oh. About Rams.
What did you say?
I was talking about the Giants.
Mason Crosby?
The kicker.
Max Crosby for the Raiders. I'm really getting it wrong tonight. I don't know what's happening.
Mason Crosby, the kicker.
Yep.
He missed the game-winning field goal.
He did. Yeah, he did. That's true. So the Rams did win. I said last week the Rams looked scary. They didn't look scary so much on Sunday, but I can assure you in the playoffs, they're a good team.
Yeah.
Cards beat the Eagles. I don't know what's going on. Eagles, Mitch.
I just don't know how they lost this game. They lost to a 3-12 team.
I don't get it. They're now 4-12. So good for Arizona. Good for the Pats too. I mean, they win the Eagles. Draft pick the order. Eagles don't look so scary anymore. So we'll see what happens in the playoffs. You never know, right? Saints, Bucks. Bucks lost. Fighting for the NFC South. Niners completely commanded the Commanders. Fun. I'm not that funny. Jags killed the Panthers.
26-0.
Well, Travis Etienne destroyed it. What's his face? Didn't even play in this one.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Talking about destructions. So the game of the week last week was Ravens-Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah, right to like they're fighting for the number 1 seed. What's gonna happen? Miami's great.
They lost 56-19.
Who did?
The Dolphins.
Yeah.
The Dolphins lost 56-19.
Yeah, those are 2 really good teams. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna discuss this later. But the Bills are gonna be playing the Dolphins this week. The winners for the AFC East. Texans beat the Titans. Return of CJ.
He played good.
Yeah, he played very well. Steelers beat the Seahawks. That was also a close game, 30-23, a touchdown game.
Yeah, the Seahawks lost that one.
That's saying a lot. Broncos beat the Chargers. These are 2 teams not making the playoffs. The Chiefs beat the Bengals, but just barely. And that's where Browning played. And he did play pretty well, honestly. I know he lost, but he's just been blowing it out of the water. He's been so good.
Yeah, he's been.
I really like him. So Browning plays for the Bengals, not the Browns.
Yeah.
That was my mother's mistake starting this whole thing. All right, Packers beat the Vikings Sunday Night Football. It wasn't even close from the beginning, 33-10. The Vikings started like their number 12 quarterback. Who was it?
First it was Jared Hall, then it went to Nick Mullins.
Whoever these guys are, only he would know. So the Packers won. They're in the playoff hunt now. Well, they always were, but they're much closer than they were. That's quite interesting. So good for them. We have a few things that we want to discuss this week.
Yeah. They're big things, though. Big things.
Are they big things?
Yeah.
First, we want to predict a couple of games.
Yeah.
I think in order to do that, we need to bring in our special guest who helps us predict games. Mila, now's your time to shine, baby. So she's sporting the Buccaneers pajamas tonight. Why is she doing that? Well, because they're in the playoffs, or they might win the NFC South, so that could be interesting. So here we go. Mila, Saturday night there's two games. We have Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Houston, Indy. Now Pittsburgh, Baltimore is important. Hold on a second before you choose. Baltimore already clinched the number 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
In the AFC. So Pittsburgh has to win, and Baltimore has nothing to lose. Who do you think's gonna win? Baltimore's still going to win against Pittsburgh. Baltimore might not be playing their starters. I don't know how this is going to go. I think Pittsburgh's winning this game.
Yeah, me too. Because only if Lamar Jackson and other stars won't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they don't, well, Pittsburgh is most probably going to win. If they do, the Ravens are going to win.
We do a little shout out to Mike Tomlin, coach of the Steelers, 17 seasons without a losing record. Even if they lose, unreal. It's a record.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, great job, Mike Tomlin. Houston, Indy, playoff implications here. Who's going to win this game? Houston, Indy. We have CJ Stroud against
Gardner, CJ. No, what am I saying?
We're bad at this. Minshew?
Gardner Minshew. Yeah, I don't know what happened to me.
Yeah, this is called a brain fart. So, Houston, Indianapolis. Houston! Alright, I think so too.
Yeah, me too.
Then we have Sunday's games. Is there a Thursday game? No, there's 2 Saturday games. Those are the ones, and then everyone else is on Sunday. We have 3 games we're going to choose from, although there's a million of them we could have chosen from because it's just going to be outstanding Sunday. A lot of playoff implications there. There's a lot that's going on, but we went with Jacksonville and Tennessee. Tennessee, who cares? They're out, but Jacksonville is a must-win if they want to win the South, the AFC South, right? Because you got Houston creeping up on them. So Jackson, Tennessee. You like Jacksonville? Yeah, I know you like the Titans. Having a rough one. The Jaguars. Yeah, me too. Cleveland, Cincinnati. This is Cleveland's time to shine. So, who's playing for? So it's not Browning, but Flacco. I think he's going to do well, and I think Cleveland's going to take this game. What do you think? Cleveland. So that's actually Cleveland. Since you we have Flacco against Browning, which is my two of my favorites this year. I'm really happy for Flacco, an older guy, just came back. He was sitting on his couch. The guy's got 5 kids. Comes back. He's earning $75K per win. He's doing pretty well.
Yeah. I got the Browns.
Me too.
Joe Flacco and the Browns.
All right.
Hopefully Amari Cooper didn't get back off his injury.
Yeah, that too kind of. He was on my fantasy team, and unfortunately, he was on my bench because he was injured. So that didn't help the cause of me losing. And then the last game that we're going to pick is also the last game of the week and the last game of the season. Sunday Night Football, Buffalo at Miami. Winner takes the AFC East. Now, this is interesting for Buffalo, right? We spoke about this. So Buffalo wins, they win the AFC East. Okay, so that's easy. If they lose and Pittsburgh wins, let's not forget Pittsburgh's playing a Baltimore team that has nothing to play for. They might sit their starters, so they could win. And if the Jags win, they're playing a Tennessee team, which absolutely stinks. Buffalo is out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they can win the AFC East or potentially be out, and it's not crazy to think that they'll lose to Miami and that Pittsburgh and Jacksonville win. These can all absolutely happen.
Yeah, they're all possibly happen.
So who's winning? Buffalo, Miami. Let's go, Josh.
Miami.
I go Miami.
Me too, I go Miami. So it's unanimous. Buffalo's going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's our prediction. I don't care. Say what you will. Thank you, Mila.
Bye.
So okay, like I said before, this is week 18. This is going to be an insane week. We can predict many more games, or we can give our opinion on them. We're not going to. We'll spare you and spare some time. But still in the hunt for the playoffs. There's only two teams in the AFC. We said it. Houston, Pittsburgh must win. A lot of things need to happen, but they're in the hunt. Last week, this is it.
Probably make it. And yeah.
I think Pittsburgh more than Houston, but we'll see. In the NFC, we have Seattle, New Orleans, Minnesota, Atlanta. Atlanta still in the hunt. A lot of things needs to happen here for these scenarios to happen, for these teams to go through. A lot of different scenarios, I should say. I'm dealing with a thing today, so maybe that's why my head's not in. I've had a stomach thing. Yeah, so my brain's not functioning. Forgive all the mistakes. Lastly, let's talk about why we're wearing what we're wearing. We're sporting our Michigan gear today because we won yesterday.
Yeah.
Cheers. That was a great game for those following the NCAA. The Rose Bowl, Michigan beat Alabama. Alabama was up by 7.
17.
By 7 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter.
They were 6, so Alabama was 63-0 when leading by at least 7 in the fourth quarter, and we gave it to them, and we won in overtime.
That was a huge win.
Huge win. How did it end? Remember?
Yeah, I remember. So Michigan scored a touchdown.
Yep.
So after Jalen Milroe and the Alabama Crimson Tide marched downfield, but on 4th down, Jalen Milroe did a QB draw up the middle with huge traffic. So what he could have done is just avoid and run around him. But instead, what he did, he ran right up the middle and gets tackled for like a gain of 2 maybe.
And game over.
Yeah, game over.
That's it. So the way it works in college is that in overtime, the opposing team starts on the opposing 25. So if I get the ball, instead of starting like say with a kickoff like in the NFL, I start at the opposing team's 25-yard line. So it's very close. So Michigan got the ball, we scored, even though we lost the coin toss because Bama won and they deferred, which I agree with. But in this case, we scored and we stopped them on 4th down, like you said.
Yeah.
So we're not complaining. We're happy. We're going to the national championship game, which is next Monday night. That's going to be crazy, especially in this house. You had to see Josh yesterday. It's yesterday for us because it's Tuesday, but whenever you're listening, it was insane on Monday night. And we're going to be playing Washington. Washington beat
Texas.
Yeah, which was a really, really good game too. It ended extremely late for those who were watching. You were sleeping, but it ended close to like 1 a.m. I was dead. Yeah, which is why I have all these like brain farts today. I'm not. But so that's it. So Washington against Michigan next week in New Orleans. We are going to be watching. He's going to be going to bed, but I will be watching. And we will be rooting for Michigan. Go Blue.
Go Blue.
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
So for all you haters of JJ McCarthy, they're saying that Blake Corum, our running back, if it wasn't for him yesterday, we would have won and all this. He's carrying the team. Fine. Fair. But yesterday he threw for 217 and 3 touchdowns. I'm sorry, those are good numbers for a quarterback. They're not great. Want to see him throw 300 yards, but who cares? You have a great running back. Our defense is extremely solid. I mean, we got this.
Yeah.
So I'm not scared of Washington. I say bring it. We got this. Pat McAfee, bro, you went against us yesterday. He picked Bama to win.
Why they lost?
And they lost, so I don't care. It's Michigan against everybody.
Michigan versus everybody.
And that's right. And we're going to win this one. We got it. So, guys, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us. We appreciate it. We appreciate the support. Like, comment. Again, if you want us to talk about your team, or if you don't like the way we talk about your team, Mitch, or anybody else, feel free to comment. We'll do our best to bring it up. And again, we appreciate you guys. Happy New Year. All the best in 2024. The Pats, unfortunately, this year wasn't our year, but Michigan, hey, you never know. Could be our championship year.
Yeah.
Anything to say?
Yeah, something about last year. So JJ McCarthy last year, they went to championship or something like that. They semifinal, I don't know.
Yeah.
He said that they lost. He's like, don't worry, guys. We're gonna be back next year and we're gonna win. Guess what happened?
What happened?
They won.
Now we're in the 90s.
Yeah.
All right.
That's our episode for today, and see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.